Hi, it's Anitra, and I haven't made a video in a while. So I was thinking, like, what do I have going on? Well, I am getting a PET scan on Monday, and I haven't had one since 2019, and that's quite a while for me. Some people, I guess when you're stage 4, they want you to get tests something like every 3 months or 6 months. And so luckily I'm not stage 4 at this point, so I don't need to worry about that. But I do have various things that happen, and I hope I'm going to get a PET scan and feel peace of mind from it, because on the little intake form it asks what kind of like body pains do you have, and I'm like, oh my gosh, my hips, headaches, stuff that goes on in my chest. It's, all sorts of things. So it's going to be very interesting to see what results from that. They don't want you to eat 6 hours prior. A little interruption there. Co-parenting, sometimes it's not easy. So the PET scan, I don't even know what I was saying. Oh man. It's been interesting lately. A lot of people around me, including my daughter, have tested positive for COVID, and so far I haven't. And I was reading somewhere that getting immunoglobulin, because it's the antibodies from people that are donating blood. I don't know how it works, but I do know that it's thousands of people's blood that it takes to produce, a day's infusion of immunoglobulin. And that, I guess immunoglobulin is antibodies. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And I was reading that it gives somebody extra immunity. So I don't know if that's true or not, but that is so exciting to imagine that I'm actually getting sort of like a super boost of immunity by getting the immunoglobulin. That would be another benefit. I don't know how I could not have gotten COVID when I'm with my daughter all the time. Well, she's with me half time. It would be really surprising to me. So I'm just grateful I'm staying healthy. I got a nebulizer recently, and one of the doctors I see here wanted me to nebulize after I got done with the PET scan. I think it's glutathione. It must be glutathione and not glutamine. Glutamine, I think, is the disgusting powder that they want you to take when you're going through chemo, because I don't know what it was about that stuff, but it made me want to vomit just on sight. And if I smelled it, if I think about it really hard and I can kind of smell it, it almost makes me want to vomit. It's so gross. I don't know why, but I just had like such a vomit reaction to it. But glutathione, I don't know anything about, but I know that I can't remember why, but that was one of the things she wanted me to take. I think it's a big thing for anti-cancer. I should look it up, but when you nebulize it, you put it into the little machine and it converts it into like a vapor, and then that's the way to get into your lungs. And it's so cool because I always thought about that. Like, how do you get medicine into your lungs? You don't. Like, if you're just taking something and it enters your bloodstream, that's not your lungs. And so nebulizers are really cool. If you don't know what they are, it's just, I think people who've had asthma or allergies, they use them. But I have a combination of a food grade hydrogen peroxide and colloidal silver, and then some Himalayan salt. And just, there's a certain measurement. There's a recipe that they give you to take it. So I've been doing that twice a day for the most part. And then I've had a dehumidifier going with some oregano oil in it, and I've been taking a lot of stuff. I started taking quercetin because the doctor that I see here, she's a medical doctor, but she kind of deviated from the traditional standard of care. We have a cat who loves to meow to get outside. And she practices more of like a naturopathic medicine now. And so she's got this whole protocol for immune boost and like for COVID basically. And it's got, it's basic stuff like vitamin C, vitamin D, magnesium, like that. But I do remember she told me a while ago when I was talking about it, if your platelets are strong, take quercetin. So I've been taking that a little bit, and my platelets have been pretty good, which is surprising and awesome. And every time I get the infusion each month, I push out the day I pushed out how many days it is between infusions. So I think this time it'll be 35 days. It used to be, I was going like every 21 days, every 23 days, something like that. And now I'm up to 35 days. But I am still waiting on my CBC from a couple days ago. Now it's it's Saturday. So I probably won't get it till Monday. Monday's my PET scan. Tuesday's my infusion, and that will be day 35. So last I checked the platelets, they were 113, which was really surprising because I was scratching myself up here and I had like little petechia there, and I was like, oh man, I thought I was just overdoing it on all of the immune boosting I was doing, because I also made a fire cider, and if you don't know what that is, look that up, because that's really, I think it tastes good. My daughter she just thought it was terrible. It's garlic, ginger, turmeric, a little bit of cayenne, a little bit of honey, but you can't taste the sweetness at all. There's a recipe for that as well. I think it tastes really good. It just tastes like a shot of like something really hot and spicy. And it's just it feels good taking it, you know, but with the garlic in there. She said the ginger should be fine for my platelets, but the garlic might not be. She's like, yeah, maybe you want to lay off on that. So I thought my platelets were low, but they weren't. I also started taking this stuff called Happy Camper, which I think seems like such a silly name, but it's got like eleuthero, I think, and passion flower and kava kava, and I can't remember what else. It's natural. It's like risky for somebody who's got low platelets to do a lot of herbal supplements, because
the Happy Camper stuff is just for like feeling good. It's in place of taking some sort of SSRI or something like that. I talked about that before, how I have low serotonin and low norepinephrine, so I'm trying to do something natural to just like boost how I feel, in addition to the 5-HTP and the L-tyrosine. So that's what the Happy Camper is.
So I find it so interesting. I mean, I think like in the case of garlic and onions, and those are natural blood thinners. I think onions are, and so it makes sense. But in terms of just like regular natural herbal supplements like quercetin, I don't really know. So the fire cider, yeah, I made that. That was really good. Right now I am drinking, so last time I left a video, I'm pretty sure it was last time, I was referencing Dr. Berg, who I still think is totally awesome. He's on YouTube, 6 million plus viewers or subscribers, and he puts videos out every day. Yeah, I was referencing an anti-cancer thing that he was talking about, but somehow I saw he was talking about fatty liver or something. I mean, I don't really pay attention to that too much, but he was talking about the benefits of eating the whole lemon. Like, you know, we usually just squeeze out the juice, and I knew the pith, the white part, had some beneficial things to it, but I never thought about the peel and the seeds. I always avoided the seeds. I think from the time I was a kid, I thought that like if you swallowed the seeds from stuff that it was bad. I don't know why. Like I remember thinking that like if I swallowed orange seeds, then an orange tree would grow in my belly. I mean, this obviously I had to be pretty young, but I think it's just like my whole life made it so that I don't swallow any seeds of anything. But apparently there's a lot of nutrition inside the pith, the peel, and the seeds. So he has a recipe, and that's what this is. This is a whole lemon, although I did cut the ends off because, you know, the ends can be kind of funky. I just cut the ends off, and then I cut it in half, threw it in the Vitamix, put in 8 ounces of water, put in 5 drops of stevia, and then he recommends throwing in like a cup of frozen blueberries. I did about a cup of frozen peaches, which he's a keto guy, so peaches are probably not keto friendly. But I don't really follow that for myself. I'm still trying to get myself down to the 1 meal a day, and I'm doing okay. I'm definitely narrowing the window in which I'm eating, you know, which is good, but I'm not quite at the 1 meal a day. But so this is so tasty. And I feel really excited about eating a whole lemon. I like lemons. They're delicious, and I usually have lemon water almost every day. But yeah, I don't know. That's something I'm excited about. So I think that's pretty much it. I mean, hopefully I'm still continuing to avoid COVID. I mean, I don't know. I know some people get it and then they're happy they got it and they got through it. And for me, it's just been like this question of for anybody with an immune problem, like how is it going to impact them? Is it going to create, you know, whatever, cytokine storm. I don't even know what that is, but I know that's like something bad that happens inside with people that have immune system problems. So it's hard to know how it's going to affect us. My daughter, who is vaccinated, she, by all accounts, like didn't get as sick as some of the other people in her life who aren't vaccinated, who got really sick. So I don't know what to think. I know there's like so much controversy out there about the whole subject, and it's hard to know where to land on it, but whatever your opinions are, you know, they're your opinions, and everybody seems to have a different one. But anyway, I'm just trying to stay as healthy as I can through all of that, and I feel really good. I mean, I just, like, day by day, I keep feeling a lot better. I did go to my primary care doctor, and I've been having my blood. I had the blood and the phlegm. I have pictures of bloody phlegm in my phone, and I'm showing her, and she's just, like, not worried about it. So I'm not worrying about it. She's like, you might have postnasal drip. I told her sometimes I have a sore in my nose. She's like, maybe that's getting down there and it's tinging the phlegm, and you know, it's winter time and it mostly is in the morning. And so that's partly why I'm doing the nebulizer too, just to like really, you know, try to make my lungs as robust and healthy as I possibly can. So that was something. And then I don't know, I'm starting to get slightly more comfortable. Like here I am in this little low cut top. I'm really loving the sweater lately. That's a separate thing. But I just like, I saw some woman on Instagram who was flat. I should put her like link down below, because her page is really great. She's just like always got her shirt off. I mean, of course she's like thin and attractive, which I don't know, to me I'm like, yeah, you know, you look really beautiful. And what do I want to say about that? I want to say that I think a lot of times when someone's thin and attractive, it's a lot easier to put yourself out there. Like there's a lot of women, myself included, who feel like I don't feel like I got like the most aesthetically flat closure, even though when I told the plastic surgeon that's what I wanted, he looked at me like, honey, that's all we do is aesthetically flat closure. I'm like, okay, well, guess what? That's not what I got. I got like, you know, this is bulging and that's bulging, and there's nothing aesthetically good about that. Look at that. It's not good. That's not even my scar. I guess there's my scar. So yeah, I mean, I didn't get like something that to me looks like I want to walk around with my shirt off or put it on my Instagram or something like that. But I am starting to feel more comfortable, and that's good. I mean, I think part of it is like I just am not comfortable in my body anymore, because since I got my ovaries out and I'm 10 pounds heavier than I'm used to being, and like I cannot shake the 10 pounds, and I'm like, it's so unfair. Because I remember years ago, I'd be like, I'm not going to gain I'm not going to put on, what did they say? You gain like a pound a year. And I'm like, I'm not going to do that. I'm too fit, you know, I'm too like active and healthy. And like, then I have to get my ovaries out. And like, now that's what's happened. And I'm like, that is not fair, you know? I feel like if I didn't have the 10 pounds on my body, which I know, you know, I could be, that's not that big of a complaint in the scheme of things. 10 pounds, like big deal compared to what some people are dealing with out there. But if I did lose the 10 pounds, then I think I'd feel okay about my non-aesthetically flat closure. But I guess, yeah, I don't know. I guess time, right? I mean, it's been like a year and a half, and I guess I'm just getting more used to it, and I feel better about it for the most part. And I really like, if you're flat or thinking about going flat, I love like the wrap tops are the best, because I don't know why, but they just sort of like camouflage in a way. Like wearing just a regular t-shirt is pretty much the worst, because it just is like flat as a board. It doesn't look like, oh, she has small breasts. You're like, no, it's weird. It doesn't look right. So high neck things look really good, and then I think like wrap tops look really good. So I'm following another person on Instagram whose name is Lyon, Lyon, and he has a type of cancer that he had from the time he was really young. And I don't know him whatsoever, but you know how sometimes you just follow somebody or you get wind of their story and you feel some connection to them. I mean, he's going through cancer. Anyway, well, his mother was born in 1974, which is the same year as me, and he's in his late 20s, and so she had him when she was fairly young. And I don't know, what I want to say is, I guess just I'm so aware of the fragility of life and people who are really dealing with like intense health situations and cancer, whatever it is. I 5 years ago, I don't think I knew anybody with cancer. That's not true. I knew 2 people, and they got through it. One person had it in his thigh, another person had it in his lymph, and that was it. I didn't know anybody really. And now I'm like, God, now that I'm in this world, it's like 3 people, like 5 people on Instagram, and like these 3 people in my life, and someone else I know just died. They were 44, and I'm just like, whoa. It's just weird, you know? It's so strange how all of a sudden I feel like I'm just in this other world where I'm 47, and like Betty White was 99. It's like, how does a person make it to 99? Like, that's kind of mind-blowing to me. Wow, because I just see so many people around me who are dropping dead at 40, and it's mind-blowing to me. And I guess I just didn't know those people before I got into the world of cancer. I didn't know. I was 43 at the time of diagnosis, but I had no idea at 42 that there were so many young people. I still think young 40s is too young for cancer. Oh, cancer doesn't discriminate. That's what I always say. So, anyway, I'll see if I could try to remember to link those 2 people down below. And yeah, that's what I have to say. If anybody watched this whole thing, I can't imagine anybody would, but thank you, and hope all is well. Take good care. This is so good. I have to link this too. It is so delicious. It's like, oh my God. It feels like a summer drink, but still, I don't care. It's winter and I love it, and it's awesome.